Hello everybody! So today we are going to do a little twin flame energy update reading for our collective, and I will use three decks, and one of them is in actually all of my decks are in Turkish, but I will translate them. So one of my decks is twin flame messages, and this is a deck that is in Turkish, but it's about twin flames messages. And the second deck is the Energy Oracle cards. And the third deck is the Light Priestess. I guess that's the translation. Yeah. So let's start with the Twin Flames message. Let's go. Let's see what message we have for our collective. And we have our first card and second card. We have two cards at the same time. The separation is extremely painful for me, but it's actually crucial for healing. So it's in Turkish, that's why I translated it. And it's true in a way. So even though we say the separation is just an illusion into the flame journey, it's also actually a very abundant place. It's a very transforming, very generative place, because sometimes you gotta heal in your own space before actualizing your union. And this is not something that God is doing to punish you. This is not something that you are wrong. It's not because you are wrong. It's not because you are doing something wrong. It's not because you will never have your union and you are choosing separation. So it's just a process, and if God is letting you be kind of cooked in this space, it's because it's for your own good and it's for your union's good. And I'm actually experiencing this right now in my own journey. Even though me and my twin, we are healing separately in our own space, sometimes I see that actually this is just it's because it's the most compassionate thing that we can do right now in this circumstances that life is bringing, or we are choosing for the sake of our union, for actualizing our union in a healthy foundation. And this doesn't mean that you are not loved. This doesn't mean that you are doing something wrong. Like I said, it's just if you are in this phase, it's because God is actually. God is just loving you. That's the basic message. So just trust it, trust your journey, and you can't do anything wrong in your journey. God's always guiding you, as long as you are allowing yourself to receive God's love, God's message, God's guiding light. Then that's all you can do. There's nothing that you can control with your journey. You gotta trust it. And the second, oh my god, I feel like these messages are for me. I'm doing this for the collective, but it resonates with my journey too. The second card is, your body is away from me, but my heart is actually closer to you than you think. Yeah, it's actually also like it's very similar to Rumi's quote. He has a quote like that, like my body is away from you, but there's a window from my heart to yours. I guess it was something like that. And that is true. Even though you are physically separate from your twin, you can't be separate. You can't be separated from their soul, because you share the same soul. You share the same consciousness. Just like right now, I'm speaking as the divine feminine, but my divine masculine's energy is actually within me. And especially if you think that, like for example, you are doing something that is actually receiving energy from the opposite energy, like the divine feminine, divine masculine. Like for example, speaking verbally is actually a way of communicating that masculine energy does. And usually I'm better at telepathy, but I'm learning to communicate effectively with human language too. So I feel like when I actually do that, I'm actually tapping into his energy, and I'm actually receiving guidance from that space, if you know what I mean. Or the opposite, maybe if you are a divine masculine and you are actually learning about spirituality, then you using your intuition. When you are using your intuition, you are actually kind of tapping into the spirit, but in order to tap into the spirit as a divine masculine or as a masculine energy, you actually need a feminine bridge, the feminine energy bridge, because feminine energy is always the bridge in between, earth and the spirit, with other realms. Even, with, if you look at a woman's biological capacity or gift, just letting a baby come to the earth, it's actually a process of being a bridge. So just like that, the energies complete each other, and in this way you can discover actually your communication with your twin too, even though maybe you don't know his or her presence. Maybe you are in no contact phase, no communication phase. It just doesn't matter because they're always with you. And I just felt guided to give kind of this message. And and also we will have, I forgot to use other decks. How silly. Interesting, because we have the indecision card in reverse position and also the thinking man. So, the message is so synced because, we were just talking about the communication, divine masculine, divine feminine, and this is actually a message from your divine masculine. And if you are a divine masculine listening to this, then it's a message from your divine feminine that you, there's nothing wrong with your way of thinking, your way of intelligence, maybe, divine intelligence, your consciousness. And you just gotta trust yourself. You are not doing anything wrong. And like, for example, as a divine masculine, thinking is actually a very productive process. If you are thinking effectively, not like overthinking, not like trying to force stuff, control stuff, then thinking is a very good way of just actualizing your union. Maybe you are searching for new job opportunities. Maybe you are approaching your communication style. Maybe you are trying to understand your divine feminine's energy, how she communicates with you. Maybe you are in no contact phase again. Then no contact, no communication phase doesn't mean that you don't have any communication. It just means that you gotta tap into your own energy inside of yourself and see where you are actually not communicating with yourself. And this way of thinking process is coming from the intuition. So if you listen to your heart, if you listen to your intuition, you can't do anything wrong. And let's get one more card from my third deck. The Light Priestess. Let's see what will come. I feel like this message will be for the divine feminine. Let's see. And we have, oh my god, look how this reading is so synced. So the card we have is how do you say it, like I couldn't translate it. Oh my god. It's intuition, actually. It's intuition. It's like the clairvoyance. Sorry, I couldn't find the word for a moment. Clairvoyance. And clairvoyance means actually, like, it's just not you see stuff, with your vision. Sometimes it can mean that you can see maybe like future events before happening, or I don't know, just inner seeing, inner sight. Sometimes it can mean that, but mostly it just means that actually you interpret something, that you tap into an energy and then you feel it, and then how you interpret can be different. You don't have to be like a psychic. Sometimes you just know, sometimes you just know. Sometimes you get a sense, and sometimes you get a sign, maybe like an angel sign. It's just, as long as you relax and trust into your knowing, you know how to interpret that. You know how to give meaning to that. You know how to just read that symbol in a way. And this is a way of communicating too. A very, very important and very crucial way of communicating, because it means that you actually trust God and you let Him speak to you, or you let her speak to you anyway. It doesn't matter if you see God as him or her, because He has, or God has, both qualities. And yeah, just trust your intuition. Maybe we can say that this is the core message of the reading. Trust your intuition, trust your way of communicating without making yourself wrong, without thinking if you make something right or wrong or blah blah blah. This is not a effective way of communicating. This is not an effective way of using our divine intelligence. So yeah, mind is not the enemy. If we approach it in an effective way, it can be a very good tool to improve your twin flame connection and communication. So thanks so much for being with me on this reading, and please feel free to share anything in the comments about your journey, maybe with the reading, the places that you resonated with, the places that you feel like you need more guidance maybe. Then please feel free to reach out to me, and we can check your one-on-one space. We can check your own journey with any tool that you would like to have, with any service that you would like to have from me. I have personal readings, I have energy healing tools, I have Dharma life purpose coaching, and these are all very effective for twin flame journeys. So please give yourself that compassionate space to be supported. You are not alone. You are not walking this journey by yourself. You deserve to be supported, and I would be so delighted to help you with that. Much love and take care. Bye bye.